Salesforce has a calendar just like Google Calendar or Microsoft Outlook. I'm going to jump over here to calendar. You can see this is my personal calendar. Over here on the right, I can see my events. I can always click the down arrow. I can share it with other people just like you can in Outlook or Google so that they can see my appointments, update, make edits. You can also create other calendars or shared calendars. I don't have any in this particular org, so we're going to walk through how you can set this up and look at some of the different settings. So we need to jump into setup. And the first thing we're going to look at are activity settings. You'll notice that there are a bunch of different settings that are available. So you can do group tasks. You can do a sidebar calendar. Reoccurring events are those that, again, happen over and over, so you'll want to be able to enable the creation of those in Classic and in Lightning. You can also do activity reminders. We're going to skip down here. You can show events on a multi-user calendar view. Enable multi-day events in case you're going to have conferences that last more than one day. We're going to add user lists to calendar views. And then we're going to allow you to be able to relate multiple contacts. This way you can have more than one person at your organization invited to this event or assigned to a task, but you can also do different resources and things for your organization. So we're going to go ahead and submit that. And notice it did say it could take a little bit for those reoccurring users or multiple users to be activated. But we're going to go ahead and move on to a couple other settings. So we need to search over here for calendar. And here's where you can set up your public calendars and then all of your resources. So we're going to do a public calendar for our conference room 1. And we're just going to make it active. And then you need to share that. So we're going to add different groups. You can do public groups, roles, individual users. There's different ways that you can share it. For now, we're just going to say every internal user will have the ability to add this. And then down here, what kind of access do they have? And again, you're going to want to make this more detailed depending on the different users. You will typically allow all users full access, but for this demonstration, I'm going to give everybody full access. So I'll go ahead and save that. And we have several conference rooms, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to calendars and create a couple more public calendars for conference room 2. Same thing, I'm going to share that one. And I'll create one more. Now the next thing I'm going to do is down here under resources. So our company doesn't have projectors in every room. So I'm going to create a resource called projector. And again, I need to share that, so I'm going to do the same thing. And we also have a laptop that needs to go with that projector. So again, on the top, we're creating the different calendars, and then down below, what are the resources that people have to check out to be able to use? One more thing we have to do is under under Object Manager, we need to edit the event, because calendars are events in Salesforce. We need to make sure that we go to the page layout for our event. And see this attendees field? You need to add that to your page layout. That's where you're going to be able to add multiple resources and multiple attendees or people to that particular event. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I'm going to bounce back over here and refresh. And then under other calendars, I'm going to go ahead and add, and I'll have to do a drop down because I'm not adding people, I'm adding public calendars. And I can do that for multiple if I want to see all of the different calendars that are available. Sorry, that pop-up was from a different program. Also, if I'm in charge of the resources or if I want to look and see if a resource is being used, I could add that down here under other calendars. I can also change the color of each calendar. I can also click the down arrow and click add event for that particular conference room. And again, only the starred in red are the ones that are required. So this is going to be a meeting from 7 to 8. I can relate it to a whole bunch of different things. I'm just going to add a couple of different events so that you can see how it shows the different colors. Because I'm viewing all of the calendars, I can remove it if I only want to look at one particular calendar. I can also show only one calendar. All right. Remember when it said it took a little bit to set up the add attendees? I haven't been able to see that. It's finally there, so I'm going to go ahead and add one more event, one more meeting. Now notice down here I have attendees. I can add people within my organization or within Salesforce. I can also add resources. I have my laptop. I have my projector. And again, I'm in conference room 3, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now notice it makes it look like several meetings because of those resources. But again, you can use this just like you do any other event. So now if we go back to some of those accounts that we were looking at, notice now under activity for that particular account, it's scheduled a calendar invite so that they know that they're coming to a meeting. You can also do those from here by logging new tasks, or we would need to add a button here to add a new event if we wanted to schedule a meeting. So that would be a different video that we would show you how you can add another button across here. But that's just a quick overview of different ways that you can use the calendar. And if you don't have calendar on your menu, you can always again click over here and type in calendar and it will jump you to the calendar.